Hello everybody and welcome back to Storytime with Sid. I'm Sydney and it's nice to have you here. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I love talking about books. I want to have friends that talk about books. So please, if any of these books you have read, let me know. Today I'm going to talk about a series that I really want to start in 2022. Whew, there is a lot of them. And they're all chunky books. Chunky books. And they're all like, you know, at least 3 books. So I am not sure when I'm ever going to get to all of these, but hopefully I'm going to start all of them. In 2021, I tried really hard at the end of the year to wrap up all of the series that I had started. There's a couple that I didn't get to, but I believe I finished them already, so I'm ready for new series in 2022. And without further ado, let's talk about them. First one is going to be the Winnowing Flame trilogy. The first one is Ninth Reign, and I actually don't know a whole lot about these. Elliot Brooks on her channel talks about them all the time. Like, this was her favorite series of 2021. I'm super excited. I want to read them. I trust her opinion on most things. I think the only thing that we've disagreed on so far is Malice. She didn't like it, and I literally think that's it. So I'm trusting. She said that this has like animal companions, which I am an animal person all the way. So oh wow. She has another book or another series. Okay. So the synopsis is like extremely brief, which I think is good. I don't want anything like spoiled or anything. So it looks like they are literally like a ragtag group of people, and they're like stealing things, or they're facing down monsters and retrieving artifacts. So this sounds fun. I hope that there is a multiple point of view. I love multiple point of view. It's a double-edged sword sometimes, but there's 3 books in this series, so I am hoping that it's not on my April TBR, but I think it's going to be on my May. If I can finish everything that I want to finish in April, then this is probably book number 1 for May. So I'm really excited about this trilogy. The covers are like gorgeous, by the way. Super excited about this. The next one that I am probably most excited about, I think I'm going to start this in April, is Sunderland Ascends. I actually don't know. The Books of Babel is the series, and there's 4 books in this series. Regan from Peru's Project talks about this all the time. All the time. She said the conclusion is amazing. She said all 4 books have been really awesome. The third one was her favorite. It's by Josiah Bancroft. I think this is his first, like not his first book, but I think maybe his first fantasy book. I'll have to look into that actually. But basically him and his wife go on a trip to the Tower of Babel, and from what I understand, anyone that goes into the tower almost never comes out, and him and his wife go in and they get separated, and he's determined to find his wife. So I've heard it's wacky, it's weird, it's strange, but it's like not very long. Oh yeah, it's only like 400 pages, it's like 385 pages, so I think that this will be a pretty good read, and from what Regan says on Peru's Project, it's going to be very, very good. So I am really excited for this series. This is on my March TBR, or sorry, my April TBR, and I am telling myself for my birthday month that I can read whatever I want to read, and what I have wanted to read for a long time is this book right here, and I am so excited. Okay, a series that I'm much less as excited as I was about Sunderland Ascends. I'm probably the opposite of excited about this book. The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. Obviously, this series is super popular with the show coming out, so it's kind of getting like revived again. I actually knew about the book series probably about 2 years ago, so before it got popular. I bought the first book in mass market paperback, and it was like this big. So I went to Barnes & Noble and I got this version. I'm not a huge fan. I know a lot of people really love like the old classic hardback art. I think that this is enough for me, like this little tiny picture, this little picture on the spine. I think they'll all look really nice like lined up when I have the whole series. A mere 14 books, don't worry about that. I also like that it's like the tall paperback. I think these are called trade paperbacks, and it's not as like the pages are a little bit thicker, so I just don't feel like I can tab it nicer. Mass market paperbacks are just like my least favorite. But I do, like, I can read this so easily without cracking the spine. I think my plan for this is to do a little bit of both reading physically and listening. I hope. I am hoping, I think I want to read most of it, but I think for time's sake, being able to get through one of these is just not realistic. I don't know, I'm so nervous. I know so little about these books. I know that basically there's a team of kids, I believe, and it really follows like very similar to the Fellowship of the Ring, where they kind of are going out on their quest, and I'm excited, I'm nervous. I know that this series, like, if you can get through all of them, it is like the most beloved series of all time. We will see. I kind of want to like find somebody else who's reading, like who hasn't started these, and do like a read along, or just like someone who can like keep me accountable and chat about them, or who is excited about them. I think once I get started with this, I'll be into it, but I just need to set a date and start it. So this is a series that I am intimidated to start, I guess I should say. The next series is the Expanse series by James S.A. Corey. It is 2 authors, if you don't know. The James S.A. or it's James S. and then A. Corey. So it's actually written by 2 people, which I think is super interesting. I've never I've never read a book that is written by 2 separate people. I think that is scary, but with how much everybody loves this series, I'm not really that worried. This one, Reagan from Peru's Project talks about all the time. She says that she's pleasantly surprised by, one, how fast-paced everything is, and how much fun she's having reading it. So this one I'm really excited to start. It's probably not going to be a series that I start until like June, sadly. I just have a lot of books that I think I'd rather start before this, but we'll see. I might actually add it to my May. I just don't like starting too many series at the same time. I try to finish a series, start another one, finish a series, to start another one. So the only exception for that would be the Eye of the World or the Wheel of Time series. That is a series I'm not going to try and binge my entire way through. So, but this is one I'm really excited about. Whew. Okay, and the last series that I'm hoping to start in 2022 is the Stormlight Archives, or the Cosmere by Brandon Sanderson. So I have not read any of the Stormlight Archives by him. I own the first 2 books, which is technically 4 if you get them in the UK version. They split the books into 2, The binding wasn't big enough to do a full book. What I didn't know about this until like literally last week is that throughout there's like illustrations. And I think that is so cool. I am beyond excited for this series. I literally know nothing. Nothing. I haven't even read the back. Am I going to read it and am I going to devour it in probably like 2 days? Yes. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I obviously have read the Mistborn series by him. Oh boy, it is probably my like second favorite fantasy series of all time. I mean, has to be. It is so freaking good. Every single second of it has just been a blast, and I can't recommend Mistborn enough. It's a little slow at parts, and the pacing is a little it's a little meandering sometimes, but the payoff at the end is just unbelievable, and I already can't wait to reread them. I finished them last year, I believe, and again, I literally just can't wait to reread them knowing what you know at the end. So good. So good. So I can't believe how much I love Mistborn, and I have no doubt that I'm going to enjoy every single second of the Stormlight Archives. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to start the first book in April because, again, I'm going to read whatever I want in April. It's my birthday month, and this is my book number 1, so, oh my gosh, April's next week. But literally, this is the book that I am picking up the moment I am done with Strange the Dreamer, because that will be next week. So, I am so excited. These books are probably going to have a lot of tabs. I'm just so excited to see how everything like works together, how everything ties into one another. I know that it's a multi-dimensional, I believe. Like, I think every book takes place on a different planet, if I know anything about anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. If there's anyone out there that is doing like a read-along or is reading this in April, please leave your information down below, and I would love to text you about this, love to talk to you about this. I am like dying to read this. I got this in Book Depository like probably about a month ago, and I bought the first, well, 4 books, but 2 books. And I love the white on the shelves. They just look so good. They look so stinking good. I hope to eventually own his whole collection. I am hoping to do a book haul here, hopefully like next week. I unfortunately, sadly, have to order most of them from Amazon. We don't have a bookstore around here. We have one. It's a tiny independent bookstore. Oftentimes they don't have stuff in stock, and so if I wanted them, I'd have to wait, 4 or 5 days, which oftentimes I do. I like supporting them, but I'm never out that way. So anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!